We've been told for years, be the resistance. But what if that's why so many people fighting for love and inclusion feel exhausted? Inspired by a talk from Glennon Doyle, this episode flips the whole idea. We are not the resistance, we are the river. The current of belonging has always been moving, widening across history no matter who tries to stop it. Our role isn't just to argue or brace against the world, it's to step into that flow, find our place in it, and live the kind of life that invites others into the water too. Joy isn't a distraction from advocacy, it's one of its most powerful tools, because fear demands compliance, but only love creates movement and life.
Would it be okay if I were to tell you that I am afraid someday, so I call you up and you call me down? Would it be okay?
Welcome to the FreedHearts podcast. My name is Robert Cottrell, and I'm here as always with
Susan Cottrell.
Hi there.
Yay.
Hi there. Hi there. Hi, everybody. We want to start today with a sentence that might feel kind of strange at first. Maybe it feels even wrong, but stay with us, beloved. Stay with us. Here it is. We are not the resistance. Now, if you've spent years of advocating for LGBTQ plus people, for human rights, for racial justice, for inclusion, for dignity, you might already feel your shoulders tighten just hearing that, because we've been told over and over again, we must be the resistance, that our role in history is to brace ourselves, to stand firm, to push back, to hold the line. And just to be clear here, courage matters. Action matters, advocacy matters, voting matters, protection matters, protest matters. We're not saying to stop any of that. But today we want to offer a different perspective, a different picture. Now, this episode was inspired by a talk from Glennon Doyle. I'm sure you know who she is, love her, where she used this image, and it landed really deeply in us. And once we heard it, it's something you just can't unhear. So we wanted to expand that idea together. Again, thank you, Glennon Doyle, for, I hope you're listening. If so, we'd love to be on your podcast. Come on ours. Anyway, hello. If you know Glennon, pass on the request, okay? Anyway, I'd like to, again, acknowledge her for this idea that sparked this episode, and it was really profound. Can't unhear it. So we don't do this. We're not conveying this as a strategy, but as relief. Again, Glennon said, we are not the resistance. We are the river.
Wow. So think about what resistance actually means. Resistance is what you do when something powerful is pushing against you. Resistance is bracing your body so you don't get knocked over. Resistance is clenched muscles. Resistance is holding your breath. Resistance is survival mode. And survival mode might be necessary in moments, but it is not sustainable as an identity. Many people working in justice spaces right now are not just tired, they're bone tired. It's not the kind of tired that sleep fixes. The kind of tired that comes from believing the future depends entirely on your ability to keep fighting forever. That's how tired. Because if you stop even for a moment, everything collapses. That's a lot of psychological weight to calling ourselves the resistance. And it tells our nervous system, you're the last barrier holding back catastrophe. And a human body can't live there very long. That's why so many advocates quietly burn out. Why joy feels suspicious. Why rest feels irresponsible. We've been given a story where love survives only if we never stop pushing. That's exhausting. But what if that story misunderstands history?
That's good. Let's zoom out for a minute, okay? Long before pride parades, before civil rights legislation, before marriage equality, before women could vote, long before any of that, something was already happening. People kept choosing each other again and again in every era. Parents hid their children so authorities couldn't take them. Neighbors shared food across forbidden lines. Friends taught each other to read when that was illegal. And communities sheltered people that they were told to exile. Not once, but continuously. No law created that instinct to do that. No government invented it. No movement started it. It keeps reappearing because, beloved, it's human nature. It's the deepest part of it. The circle widens always. Slowly, painfully sometimes, unevenly often, but consistently. History does not move forward primarily because of arguments. It moves forward because belonging keeps leaking through every system designed to stop it. That's not resistance energy. That's gravity. That's current. That is a river.
Wow, I love that. And here's the inversion of that. The groups trying to stop LGBTQ equality, racial equality, pluralism, or bodily autonomy describe themselves as protectors of order, guardians of tradition, defenders of how things have always been. But look at the effort required. They must pass law after law after law. They must ban books. They must monitor bathrooms, for heaven's sake. They must control language. They must rewrite history. They must silence teachers. They must police identity. They must constantly reinforce fear, because if you don't reinforce fear, people drift toward each other. It's a remarkable thing. The ones who reinforce fear are the ones pushing against the most predictable movement in human civilization, the widening of belonging. They are the resistance. They are bracing against a current that keeps returning. And here's the important emotional shift. If they are resisting the river, then we are not responsible for creating the future. We are participating in something that's already happening, that's already moving, that already has momentum.
And you know, this changes the role of an advocate. This changes our role. Instead of asking, how do I carry the world? We ask, how do I step into this current? You know, and that's a whole different feeling. I mean, say those two things right now. How do I carry the world? And then say, how do I step into the current?
Yes.
You know, now, everyone has a different boat. Okay. Some people are organizers. Some are parents protecting their kids. Some are educators. Some are donors. Some are artists. Some are therapists. Some simply refuse to laugh at cruelty in their own families. Every one of those is a vessel. And there's another type of vessel, boats out there as well. And that's, again, racial justice, LGBTQ equality, all those kind of things. So everybody has a different boat. You don't have to do all of it. You only have to find where your love naturally flows. Because rivers don't need one hero pushing them forward. They need participants moving with the current.
Yes. And all of this is intersectionality. All of us care about
we're in the same
a multitude of things because we're in the same river.
Right.
Right. So now here is where this becomes radically hopeful.
One thing that Glennon Doyle did say on that is we don't need to stand in our LGBTQ boat and yell at the people in the racial justice boat and say, hey, come on our boat. Or, you know what I mean? It's
right.
We're in the same river.
Yes.
And we're moving forward.
Yes.
We can celebrate them.
Yes.
You know, and we can celebrate on our boat too. And we'll talk about that in a bit.
Right.
But yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So where this becomes radically hopeful is that many justice-oriented people have learned to distrust joy. They can feel like they're being disrespectful in a hurting world. But joy is not frivolous. Joy is strength. Joy is persuasive. Joy gives us life. And people rarely leave fear because they were argued out of it. They leave fear because they see a fuller way of living, a way of joy. When queer people dance freely, when diverse families laugh together, when communities celebrate across difference, observers don't just hear an idea, they experience possibility. The future has to be visible before it becomes believable. And the fear-based side can offer certainty. It can offer order. It can offer, status quo, but it cannot offer life. It cannot offer aliveness. A river sings, a wall commands.
Wow.
And human beings eventually move toward what feels alive.
Yes. Now, again, this doesn't mean that we stop acting on things. We still vote. We still protect. We still intervene when people are harmed. But, beloved, it's the paradigm shift of our heart. Our emotional posture shifts. Instead of, if I stop, love loses, we live inside, love is moving, I get to be part of it, I get to help.
Oh, I love that. Love that.
That changes burnout into endurance. We are fierce, but we are not desperate. We are ferocious, but we are not afraid. We protect people, not because the future depends on our personal stamina, but because people matter right now. It's urgency without despair. It's courage without hatred.
I love that. I love that. So here's the invitation. Stop fighting harder. Stop carrying more and more. Instead, jump in the river. Cannonball your butt in there. Go for it. And maybe your boat is LGBTQ advocacy. Maybe it's anti-racism. Maybe it's disability justice. Maybe it's caring for one child. Maybe it's refusing to be silent at one dinner table. Maybe it's just living another day. And once you're in, celebrate. Float on your back. Enjoy the hell out of it. Play the games you used to play in the pool that were so fun when you were a kid. And let people see the river flowing. That is something they cannot offer.
Yeah, that's
that
huge
life
right there.
flow.
Yeah.
They can't offer.
That's where we have them. That's why love wins, is they can't offer that.
Yes.
And when people still standing on the shore, looking at the river, seeing the joy, it's hey, I want part of it. I want part of that. The other side cannot offer that.
So I don't watch the news. I don't listen to the news. I don't care. Not I don't care, but it's outside of my boat. But when I come across pictures of people in power, white men in power, they all look so unjoyful, unhappy, so dour and angry and fearful. Who wants that?
Yep.
Not me. So the point is to be the life you want to see in the world. Because we're not here to defeat an opposing side. We're here to continue to discover and help others discover that we were always meant to belong.
We are not the resistance. We are the river. And in fact, we now, on the FreedHearts side, we now have a T-shirt that says, "We are not the resistance, we are the river," by the way. Thanks for being here with us today. I love this time. This is one I'm going to listen to again.
I was just going to say that actually. This took a minute for me to understand when I heard that idea in the first place from Glennon.
Yeah.
I was like, tell me again? But now it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here with us today, beloved. Wherever you are, however small your boat feels right now, step in, jump in. Like you said before, cannonball your butt right in there and flow with the love and the movement that's happening in the world. We're glad we're in the river together. Let it flow.
Let it flow.
Bye.
Would it be okay if I were to tell you that I am afraid someday. So I call you up and you call me down. Would it be okay?
You've been listening to the FreedHearts podcast. We have extensive resources and vibrant, inclusive community for you at freedhearts.org. Please come say hello. If you have questions, comments, or suggestions for the podcast, just email us at podcast@freedhearts.org. Audio engineering is by Luke Johnson. The music is provided by our child, the Grammy-nominated Saint Sinner. You can find out more about him and his music at saintsinnermusic.com. Please share, subscribe, and follow on your favorite platform and support if you can. And thanks for listening.